Okay, we are recording. First of all, can I say how excited I am that I'm in my bed doing a training and not on stage, because holy hallelujah, that was so hard. For those who came to Palooza, it was so good to see you, so good to hug and squeeze you. Last month was insane. The amount of promotions, the volume we brought in, the launch of skin, I am absolutely blown away. I feel like I'm echoing. Am I echoing? Hold on. Is that better? Did that go away? I feel like it was echoing. Okay, so tonight I want to launch us right into May. I have a couple things I want to talk about. I'm going to bring Jen on here to talk about a couple things too that are on her heart. So first of all, like I just said, I want to say congratulations to every single person that smashed their goals last month. We had so many promotions. So if you hit a new rank last month, I want you to throw your hand up in the air so that we can all just give you a super quick congratulations, because you guys were incredible. So scroll through, see how many people we have on here, and huge claps and snaps for you guys, because I cannot even put into words. We ended with over $400,000 in team sales without double QV. That is the highest month we have ever had as a team. And that just makes my heart so dang happy. And I know that this month is going to be even bigger. Obviously, skin launching was huge. I cannot wait to get mine in the mail. But I'm going to kind of start with talking about that. I know that a lot of people have questions about like how in the heck you're going to integrate this into your business, right? It's a whole new line. It's a whole new market. It's something that we're not used to. Like, we can sling a 3-step, right? We know how to, but when we bring in skincare, it's an entirely new market. And I want you to see that as such a huge opportunity, where if you look like at your market and 50% of them are interested in the health and wellness side of things, and they're interested in your 3-step, the 50% you haven't been reaching, you literally just got the chance to do so. And that's how I want you to view it. So I'm going to speak on this really quick. I know that if you were on the launch call with Jason last night, he gave a ton of information. That man is so smart. I cannot even put it into words. But he mentioned kind of about taking one or the other. Do you know what I mean? He was like, I feel like when you're presenting it, you should present one or the other to people. And while I agree with that, I also want you to know that you don't have to pick one or the other, right? Like, you don't have to like say, okay, well, I'm only going to, market this, or I'm only going to market this one, or I'm only going to talk about this one. I want to seamlessly integrate both into my business. So I'm going to share a little bit about how I plan on doing that. And honestly, just the simplicity behind it, because I don't want us to overcomplicate it. We are just adding in a new step to your routine. And that's exactly how I want you to look at it, right? So if you compare this to, let's say, when I started my weight loss journey back in January, I was already on my 3-step. I just began to focus on the weight loss. And then the ultras came out, and that's what I integrated in. But I just made it a part of my daily routine, and I shared it, and I shared my results. And that's the same exact thing you're going to do with this, right? So whether that is you in the bathroom in the morning doing your skincare routine, or when you get home at night washing your face off with the exfoliant, all that different type of stuff, just sharing. Take before pictures before you start using it. Share your journey with it, what your first thoughts are. Like, the first time you use the system, go live, right? There are visual wins to these products, and people need to see them. And that's exactly how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to share, okay, this is my before, this is where I'm starting, and this is how I'm using it every single day. Just like how I do with my 3-step, how I, integrate my healthy lifestyle around it. This is just another category where we're going to do that. So don't feel like you have to, only pick one or only show one. Just make this another step in your routine. You guys can hear me, right? I would hope somebody would have said something. So this is just another step in your routine, but the power of this is going to be the same in the other one. It's in your results. It's with your personal testimony. I know for a fact, like, what my skin struggles with and what I'm excited for. I have acne scarring. I have fine lines. I have stuff that I need to work on. I'm going to be taking a before picture, and I'm going to be sharing how I integrate this into my life. So don't overcomplicate that. Just know that this gives you a completely new market to reach, and so many people are going to be interested. Obviously, as time goes on, we will learn, more information about it. I definitely do not feel like an expert on it whatsoever. I feel like a newbie. I feel like I don't know how to explain anything, but I am just using the video on the website for now for when people ask me questions, and I'm going from there. Okay. I wanted to talk about that. Also, if you have any questions, just let me know. And obviously, as we get it in the mail, play follow the leader, right? So as us leaders are showing it on our stories, as we're beginning to post about it, talk about it, just follow the lead with that for how you can integrate it in. I think that's a really good way to kind of learn as you go. I am so excited about Jamaica. I am so excited. I cannot even tell you guys how many of us are going to be there. I got questions if I know when the tracker is loading. I do not know. So I don't know if this month is going to be a qualifying month or if it's going to start next month, but whenever it begins, you need to start pouring in that effort now. It is possible for everybody to get there, right? It just takes intentional effort. It takes putting in everything you have and understanding that you're in a grind season, right? And something else I want to talk about that kind of leads into this is I don't care that those bonuses went away, right? That doesn't change how hard you work your business. That doesn't change you wanting to promote to a certain rank. You run harder than you ever have right now. They told us at Palooza, they've said on all the phone calls, this is a season that changes your entire business. You do not slow down. You do not get in your head. You do not do anything because a bonus has gone away. We are not in this for a bonus, right? You are in this for residual income, and what's going to happen over these next couple months is going to be incredible. But putting in that footwork now to get yourself to Jamaica, those lifestyle getaways will change your life. I am telling you. So whatever you need to do, and I'm going to give some tips in a little bit, just really about hitting this month off strong. It's all going to go towards it. You are building the foundation for all of the things that are up and coming. Is it a page for all trip? We just get yourself there. So it works differently. I know we do have some new people that haven't been around when the trackers have come out before, but whenever they launch them, the tracker will show in your back office and it will tell you exactly what you have to do to earn it. So it will say like you need X amount of enrollments, X amount of auto ships in your downline running. It gives you everything, months at a certain rank. It shares exactly what you have to do to earn it. And there's different ways you earn it. So the first section you worked for is to get the trip 50% paid for. Once you achieve that, it goes to 100% paid for you and a guest each time. And then once you earn that, it goes to 100% paid for plus your flight reimbursement. So you can earn more as you go along, but hopefully those will be up either this month or next month. What else did they say? I believe they said the extreme capsules will be summer. Is that what they said? Like June or July? I think that's what they said, which I'm so excited for. I don't even know how they can make those suckers any more powerful. So I am pumped for that. I feel like that was the overview I needed to go over. Will we get an email about the trip this month? Yeah, so they should email out right before the trackers load, or when they do load into your cloud office is when they will send one out. They said it's October. We don't have dates yet. But like I said, it will probably, I'm thinking the beginning of next month just because they haven't put it in yet, but I could be wrong. But yeah, just check your emails for that. Okay, I feel like that was my overview. So any questions from there, email me. I'm going to hop into kind of like the training segment of this. And I saw a quote today on Pinterest that inspired what I wanted to talk about. And this is what I want us to focus on this month. So what the quote said is it said, your life is hard for one of two reasons. Okay, one of two reasons. The first reason that your life is hard is because you are leaving your comfort zone, right? Because that's difficult when you're growing, when you're breaking, when you're up leveling, it's difficult. So it's either because you're leaving your comfort zone or your life is hard because you're staying in it. And that's what you have to look in the mirror and realize. Is your life hard right now because you are breaking out of your comfort zone and leaving it? Or is your life hard because you are sitting in your comfort zone? You set up the tent, you're making s'mores, you're staying there, right? And that's what I want to talk about. And what I want your focus to be this month is getting outside of your comfort zone. Every single day, I get messages and, you want to know, what is that secret sauce? What's the secret thing to make your business grow? You're like, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I'm doing it every single day. I'm growing my network. I'm doing self-development. I am, sharing content. I'm posting on my stories, but I'm stuck. Why? And 9 out of 10 times, what I will tell you is that it's not that you need to reinvent the wheel. It's that you're not digging deep enough with the activities and IPs you are doing. You're not stepping outside of your comfort zone. You know what I mean? You're not sharing as much as you need. Yes, my making s'mores comment. You've pitched your tent, you're making s'mores. You need to pack up your tent and we need to get out of your comfort zone. So when you ask me those questions, what I want you to see, I want you to look in the mirror and say, when was the last time I was uncomfortable in my business? Like, when was the last time you did something in your business that scared you, that pushed you outside of that comfort zone? That was something you don't just do robotically every single day. When was the last time you were uncomfortable? And if you can't remember that, that's why your business isn't growing. If you want your business to grow, you have to grow. And for you to grow, you have to get uncomfortable. That's literally the tattoo on my arm of the fern. It says that a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there, right? So ask yourself, when was the last time you got uncomfortable, right? When was the last time you went live? When you uploaded an IGTV? When you literally just opened your stories on Instagram and talked to the camera? You know what I mean? Yes, those things are terrifying. Sharing those posts, about stuff you've been through that relate you to other people, about what you've overcome, about your story, your why. When have you shared hard things? Right? When have you been that person that somebody needed? So I want you to look in the mirror and say, when was the last time I got uncomfortable? And if you're just going through the motions every single day of sharing my 3-step on my story, putting one post up, doing this here, adding a couple people, right? That's not going to produce the results you're looking for. If you're looking for massive growth, you have to get massively uncomfortable. The times when I have up-leveled, it is when I have been so scared I can't even see straight. And you guys may think I'm crazy. Why do I think we had the biggest sales month that we've had so far? Because I pushed through so many fears this past weekend. I cannot even tell you guys how many fears I had to push through, right? And do I want to do that? No, but I have to. If I want to grow, if I want us to grow, if I want us to up level, I had to get uncomfortable. I had to push through and do things that literally made me nauseous, that made me shake, that made me want to run home into this bed and cry, right? But I knew that to up level and do this stuff, you have to get uncomfortable, and you can relate that to your everyday business, right? So ask yourself, when was the last time I up leveled, when I got uncomfortable, when I stepped outside of this comfort zone that I've built around my business of just doing the same robotic steps every single day? You know what I mean? You have to step outside your comfort zone. And that can look different for every single person. Like I said, whether it is going live more, sharing your story more, talking about stuff you've never talked about, but guess what? Somebody on your Instagram or your Facebook needs to hear it. Okay. When was the last time? You guys are cracking me up with these s'mores references. It's a good reference, right? You have to get uncomfortable. So I want you to look in the mirror and ask yourself that. And a really big thing that we do within this company that I heard again this weekend is we always have the I am statements, right? Like we have the big DFTs you can hold at all the locals and all the conventions and stuff. And it says I am. But what I want us to challenge ourselves this month is I want you to open your calendar, your journal, your mirror, a sticky note, whatever you may use. And I want you to write down I am, and then something that you are doing this month to get uncomfortable. So maybe it just says I am getting uncomfortable this month, right? I am up leveling this month. Something that you are going to look at every single morning and ask myself, okay, did I actually get uncomfortable yesterday? Did I do something to up-level my business? And when you begin to do these things that scare you, when you begin to step outside your comfort zone, when you begin to grow, that is when your business grows. Growth is never comfortable, but it's beautiful, and you have to have it in your business, right? And I think that in a season like this, especially with a new product launch, all these new things coming, the trips coming, to get to these new places, right? So think, to get to Jamaica, to get on that trip, if you've never earned a getaway before, you're going to have to do something different, right? You're going to have to step outside that comfort zone. If you want to be on that plane to that free vacation with your spouse or best friend or whoever, if you haven't gotten there yet, okay, I got to do something different, right? I got to step outside my comfort zone. If I want to hit this rank, if I want to up level in that way, what are you going to do? And it's scary and it's nerve wracking, and you may want to throw up sometimes, just like I did. But you have to do the things that terrify you, and you have to up level. And that's what I always say. And I used to say this a lot on trainings when people come to me and they're like, okay, well, I'm not hitting this rank, or I'm not doing this and that. I'm like, look in the mirror and say, if I look back 2 weeks from now, do I feel like I've grown? And in a business like this, as crazy as it sounds, you should be able to say yes, that you've learned something new, you've up-leveled in some way, you've had some aha moment, you've had some light bulb moment in this business. That should be happening on the daily if you were treating this as a business. Hold on one second. So you don't need to look or sound serious. You need to be yourself, right? And you have to get out of your own way. And that's what a lot of this is. So if that is how you feel, and you feel like you can't get out of your own head and those nerves, that's your I am statement, right? I am going to get out of my way this month. I'm going to stop blocking my blessings. I'm going to stop blocking my growth and my up level and these wins that I can have. I am going to do something differently this month. Right? So if you've been sitting for a couple months or a couple weeks, or maybe you're brand new and you want different, you have to do different. And like I saw this other quote, that was weird. I didn't mean to say that, but it says, I move different because I want different. I move different because I want different. So up level in some form, stretch yourself, push yourself, get uncomfortable. Okay. Nothing is going to happen if you just keep doing the same things. And every month of my business, I've had to up level in some way. Every single month, something has changed. Some aha moment has happened. I did something that made me uncomfortable. And that's how I've gotten where I am. Because I don't stop. You don't arrive and you can't sit where you are. You have to pack up that tent, put the s'mores away, and get going if you want to get anywhere. So like I said, if you want to get to Jamaica, if you want to up level to that next rank, what are you going to do differently? And that's what I want you to look in the mirror when you get off of here and, just say, I am what? I am what this month? I am growing. I am getting out of my own way. I am up leveling, right? Whatever it may be, I am getting so uncomfortable, it scares me. And when you begin to do those things, that is when your business will grow. Okay, Jen, you're on here, right? I wanted to bounce it over to you super, super quick, but I don't know where you went. Hold on. Where did she go? Say something.
Okay, I'm here. I'm here. Okay, I'm just gonna hop on here super fast because my kids are like drowning in the tub. Not literally, my husband's in there, but it sounds crazy. So I'm just gonna kind of go off of what she said about like getting out of your comfort zone. In order to honestly get out of your comfort zone, you guys, you have to believe that you can get out of your comfort zone. If you don't believe that like you're worthy of success, that you are worthy of these bonuses, if you're worthy to go on that getaway trip, of up leveling, whatever it is, it's never gonna happen. One of the biggest things that I've taken from Katie since day one, a year and a half ago, is she said, if you can't envision that life, then how are you ever gonna get there? And it took so long for me to understand that until it just finally hit me one day and I understood it. I used to never think I was gonna get my freaking medical bills paid off. I was never gonna be able to come home, be a stay-at-home mom. I was never gonna be able to pull my daughter out of daycare. But the moment I started envisioning it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Every single day I wrote, I will bring my husband home from his part-time job. I did it for 3 months, you guys. 3 months later, I brought him home. Okay, so like the moment you start envisioning that life is the moment it all starts unfolding for you. The universe is there. They're gonna help you. It will work with you if you work with it and you believe in it. I saw a quote a couple of days ago that literally spoke life to me. And it says, you are the Michelangelo of your life. You paint your life. You paint the path. You do it all. So if you were just sitting back and you're in like the paint's just chilling and like empty canvas, where are we going? That's it. It's an empty canvas. So it's an empty mindset. Where are we going with it? You know what I mean? You have to know that like a year from now, I want to be able to bring my husband home like full time. Every single day on my refrigerator, it says you are a full-time family. It's said that for 3 weeks now because I finally got to that step and you're like, I'm ready for that. You know what I mean? Like you have to tell yourself that you are worthy of all of this. If you want to rank up, whatever it is, you want to lose that weight, you want to get healthier, you want to do this, you want to do that, you have to get out there and believe that you can do it. If I need to work on lives, I'm terrible at lives because it terrifies the crap out of me. It is. But like, I know that that's the one thing that I need to work on. So it's literally wrote down, go live, go live, go live. We're hoping to go live tomorrow. You know what I mean? But like, at least I know that that's where I'm headed, that that's the direction that I need to go in to take my business to the next level. Some of you are awesome at life. Some of you are awesome at other things. But whatever it is that makes you uncomfortable, like she said, you have to believe that you can and are capable of painting the path and getting out there. One last thing that I just want to touch on, and then I'm going to hop off of here. It says, when you focus your thoughts on something you want and you hold that focus, you are in that moment summoning what you want with the mightiest power in the universe. You have to believe that you do it all. You know, like you have to believe that you can do it. You have to put in the work. You have to know that you can get there. It doesn't matter how long it takes, because you never know when that day, tomorrow could be your day, next week could be your day. You know what I mean? You have to believe that you are, without a shadow of a doubt, worthy of everything that you want in life. If you don't feel like you're good enough, if you don't feel like it's never going to happen, then why would it? You know, like, respect yourself enough to know that you are capable of anything and everything you could ever want this entire life in the universe, whatever it may be. That's just my little tidbit of information, because you have to feel what you want. You have to know. But that was my little thing of like touching on real quick. Gotta hop off.
Thank you. Okay. So I feel like this kind of went to lives. Do you guys want me to like answer questions about lives or my best tip for lives? And I know that we focus on this a lot, and this is changing directions a little bit, but I vibe off of what you guys need. I put so much focus on lives because they will literally change your business. And I know that it's terrifying and I know that it's uncomfortable. You have to get past that, right? Just like I said, if it's scary, but how many months have you been scared of a live, right? And how many months could you have been doing lives every single day if a couple months ago you just would have done the first one and then the second one and the third one, right? So that is what you have to think about. Hold on one second. This is set up funny. There we go. Okay, so you have to just get over it. And what I want to tell you, the power of lives is that people need to hear you. And you may think that you sound crazy or you sound funny or that you're stuttering or that you're sweating or that your face is blotchy or that you're freaking out. Nobody cares, right? Nobody cares. People need to see who you are. And when I began to do lives is when I began to connect with my audience, right? I can guarantee you that 9 out of 10 people that are on here that signed up with me in the beginning when I first joined this company connected with me through a live. They connected with me because they saw me going live. They saw me talking. They saw me sharing my journey, even when I was scared, even when I was crying on the live, even when I didn't want to get on. Literally, when I did my live to announce that I was coming to this company, it was the third live I'd ever done, and I was so uncomfortable. If you go watch that video, you want to see growth, go watch that video. You won't even know that girl in that live. But that is the power of consistently doing things, and you just have to keep going, right? So I could sit and I could spend half an hour trying to type out this perfect post or share an emotion or a story or my why or talk about something. It's never going to come across the same way it does as a live. And I promise you, every single time it gets easier, but people need your voice and they need to see your face, right? And you can't play the comparison game of, oh, well, I can't talk how she can, or I can't express myself how she can. It doesn't matter, because your audience doesn't need me. They need you. They need exactly where you are, who you are, your story, the state that you're in. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you go back to that live, I was a totally different person, but those people needed who I was at that time, not who I am now, right? Not the girl that's confident and loves lives and loves getting on there and talking. They needed that girl. You know what I mean? You have to show those fears and push through that, because people don't need to think that what you do is easy. They relate because of your struggle. They relate because of your fears, but you have to push through it. And you could get on and do a 10-minute live and deliver a more powerful message than, like I said, trying to sit and make a post for a week of what you're trying to say. So if that's what terrifies you, that's what you need to push outside of your comfort zone and do, right? If there's something on your heart that you need to share that you haven't because you've been nervous, you need to do it. If there's a part of your story with these products that you haven't talked about yet, you need to do it. You have to get uncomfortable or nothing is going to grow. Hold on one second. My dog is barking so loud outside. I have a tendency to overshare. I don't want to overwhelm people or no. So, but that's who you are, right? I talk too fast and I sweat when I talk and I say like a lot. My audience isn't criticizing me because of that. You know what I mean? They know who I am, and that's okay. You have to be exactly who you are. You don't need to critique yourself to make yourself, you know what I mean? You just need to be who you are, and you need to know that you have the freedom to do that. Who you are is exactly who somebody needs. It doesn't need to be edited or critiqued or changed. They need to see exactly who you are. My dog is being so loud. Okay, I'm just reading through these really quick. Any questions you have, just ask me. It doesn't have to be about lives. It can be about anything. I just want to pour into you guys for a little bit. How to change your audience when you have over 1,500 friends on Facebook. I feel like I'm not interacting with the friends that I have. You just have to start growing your network then and interacting with new people. I did a training, it was probably a couple months ago. It was like, what is the missing piece or what is the missing factor? Search that in the team page. I talked about that on there. Yes, people do not realize what you were freaking out about. And I'll share this example because I don't think you guys understand the fear it took me this past weekend. But before Courtney went on stage on Saturday, she was texting me and she was like, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up. I can't do it. Like she was ready to run out of that room. Okay. And we got her to stage. She got on stage. And when I tell you that when she spoke into that microphone, she sounded like Tony freaking Robbins, like she had been doing this her whole life. Like she didn't have a fear in the world, blah, blah, blah. And she got off and I was like, what? And she's like, oh my God, I was so nervous. Did I do okay? And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? I'm like, now I'm 100 times more nervous. I said, because you just killed that. I was like, that was so good. And she's like, really? She's like, I was petrified. People don't know exactly what you're feeling, right? If you just speak from your heart, your message will come across regardless. She was scared. And we were all sitting there in the audience like, oh my God. I was like, she needs to make a career out of this. Like, we need to call corporate. They need to get her on stage. Like, she was walking with the microphone and I was like, this is going to make me nauseous. I can't do this. And she's like, no, I was so scared. People don't know those feelings. And can you share those feelings? Yes, but don't criticize yourself. It's like when you're in the gym working out and you think that everybody's looking at you and nobody gives a crap that you're there working out, right? They're thinking that everybody else is looking at them. It's the same thing. It's just pushing through those fears in every aspect of your life, right? Like relate it to my weight loss. Did I want to share my before picture? No, that was embarrassing. I'm the top rank in a nutritional company, for crying out loud. And I had gained 25 pounds. I didn't want to share that, but I had to because they had to go on that journey with me. You have to push through those fears. Hold on. If you search in the team page, Growing Your Network, I have a lot of good videos on that, also on the team page. Yes, and when you're going live, don't look at the count of who is watching. I would say like 85%, especially on Instagram, is like replay watchers. So I personally like make it so I can't look at that part of my phone. Like I just keep my eye contact like at my own eye level, so I don't like critically analyze myself with how many people are on one. I just talk, and a lot of people are going to catch the replay. Okay, so let's go back over this just one more time. I need help with how to thrive over the phone. Good questions to ask, connecting. I get really nervous for one-on-one phone calls. So I never go into a phone call trying to plan out like what I'm going to say because I never want somebody to feel like they're in an interview ever. Like I want it to be a casual conversation and I listen to them and I let them lead the conversation. And that's really big with even if you're typing or voice messaging or anything. When you're talking to somebody, let them lead it. If you open up your ears and listen, they will literally answer any question you have about them. They will give you exactly where the conversation needs to go. You just have to pay attention to where they're going. And I've talked about this before, but like every different person needs a different part of you, right? They need a different part of your personality or a different part of your love or a different, whatever it may be. You know, you have to morph into that by each conversation to see what they really need from this. Why are they doing this? What are their fears? You know what I mean? Like, what do they actually want to talk about? So I do it conversation by conversation. I don't plan anything out by any means. And I just try to go with the flow. But I mean, I was terrified of phone calls too. And then Kelly Thomas told me that I had to start getting on phone calls. And I will tell you that it will save you a week in your messenger if when somebody asks you for info, you're just like, hey, do you have, a spare 10 minutes to chat? And you call them and you will literally take a week to 2 week to a month conversation in Messenger to a 10-minute to 20-minute conversation, which then obviously gets them in the system faster. And then you're helping them go towards their goals. Okay, 1 second. My problem is that I started Thrive for weight loss and I'm always sharing how I want to help others. I'm afraid to start talking about the business side and switching to how people should join our business. I don't want to come off like I'm just trying to sell them something. Okay, so I talk about this a lot, but whatever you're speaking over your business is what's going to happen. You're in a business, right? You have to talk about the business or nobody's going to join your business. And if you're afraid people aren't going to join your business, they're not going to join your business. You know what I mean? This is all a mental thing within you. You have to be proud of what you have your hands on. Does that mean that I'm out messaging every single person and talking to every single person I walk into and saying that you need to join my business? No, but I'm damn proud of what we have. And I will never, be afraid to speak up about that opportunity. If you want this to be a business, to pay you like a business, to turn into residual income, you have to treat it like one. But I mean, think about this. If you go to my profile, if you go to any leader's profile, anybody on this team's profile, right? Would you feel sold to? No, because that's not how we teach you to market, right? So you just have to follow the trainings, like I always say, follow the leader with how we're posting and how we're sharing the opportunity, and just be yourself, right? If that's not how you want to come off, then don't come off that way. You have that choice to just be genuine and true, right? Sharing why you're doing a business isn't salesy. It's not spammy. Sharing what this can do for other people isn't salesy. You determine the direction of your posts, of your content, of the way you talk to people. But if you want this to be a business and you want to get paid, that's something you have to get over. You know what I mean? Like, you have to treat this like a business and share that, or it's never going to turn into one. You know, if you just don't talk about the business, it's not like one day somebody's going to be like, oh yeah, by the way, can I join your, but you have to speak about it, right? So that's something that I think for your I am statement, right? I am going to get out of my own way and I'm going to share this business. That can be your I am statement for this month. Okay. Are there tribe videos on how to build your foundation for your active legs and customers? What do you mean, babe? Like signing your first couple people? I don't know. Edit on like what you mean on that question, because you guys know I get very confused. My struggle has been that I don't feel like I can be honest about the products, because yes, I've been using them, but I've gained all the weight. I've lost the past year plus some. I want to be able to show my progress, but we'll just show weight gain. Okay. You got to do what I did. You got to get real with yourself. The products weren't working for me. I gained my weight back because I was eating a crap diet, right? I wasn't active. I wasn't drinking water. I was doing all the things I wasn't supposed to be doing. And I had to say, okay, if I want these products to work for me, girl, I got to work with them, right? This is not magic. This is not, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I lost 20 pounds. No, this is a lifestyle. And that's why I sell it as a lifestyle and I share it as a lifestyle, because that's what it is, right? So like I said, it was terrifying for me to post that before picture and say, listen, I fell off. I wasn't consistent. I didn't pair this with a healthy lifestyle. This is my day one. I had to make that post back in January, and I had to share that I was starting over on that journey, right? And that was a part of my story. And that's why I've connected with so many people and why I've been able to sign so many customers, because I was honest about that. Is it terrifying? Yes. Does it feel embarrassing? Yeah, I was mortified that I had to do that. But people related to that. Everybody falls off the wagon sometime. Everybody has that, 8th, 9th, 10th time they try that diet or they try this or that and they fall off. Decide it's your last time and commit that to yourself, and understand that you have to treat the products as a business too. And that's how I had to look at it. I was like, I cannot sit here and sell and be a brand promoter for this company if I can't even take my health seriously. You know what I mean? I was like, this is a health and nutritional company. That is a part of my responsibility. And when I took that serious, that's when it changed. That's when I signed more customers than ever, because they went on that journey with me. Right? They didn't just think, oh, I'm just going to slap this DFT on and lose 20 pounds, because they saw what I was doing every day. I was honest about pairing it with a healthy lifestyle, and I started my day one over, and it's okay to do that with the products. Okay. You are not in this business for a bonus. You are not in this business for a bonus. You are not in this business for a bonus. I will say that 8 million bajillion times. You know that one of the ladies that was on stage on Courtney's panel this weekend, it took her 3.5 years to start making money in this business. And she's now at 200K and had her biggest sales month last month at $300,000 in sales. 3 years for her to start making money in this company. You think she regrets all that time she put in? Do you think she's upset or sour about that one bonus she didn't get? No, because she's created a lifestyle now. She has created freedom, right? It is not about a bonus. And if you make it about a bonus, it's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. You have to be in this for the long haul. And that's what I say over and over and over. You have to be committed to this industry, to this business, have confidence in it, and be running with it before you see that income. And that can be where a lot of people fall off and a lot of people quit and a lot of people are too hard on themselves and they get in their own head and they ruin their business because they mind warp themselves, right? This voice in here, because you missed this bonus or you didn't hit this rank or you didn't hit this and that, you give up. You can't give up because you're not there yet. You have to do all these things. You have to stick with it, stick with the time, let it compound to get to that part, right? So you cannot put your success or you winning or your journey on a bonus. Bonuses don't matter. Bonuses go away. They pay out and they're done, right? And it's the strong that are standing after that, the strong that know that this is for residual income, right? This is to put my kids in a private school when they're in kindergarten that I'm not even pregnant with now. Do you think a bonus is going to pay me out until then? No, residual income is, right? So that's where your focus has to be, is what are the building blocks I'm putting down for my future? And that has nothing to do with the bonus. Are the bonuses great? Absolutely. We offer awesome ones, but your mind can't be focused on that. Like Jen was saying, and what she got that reference from Katie, you have to picture your life. The life you're picturing is not a bonus. What do you want to feel in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years? What life do you want your kids to have? That is what you focus on, not a bonus. Let me see. Yes, we have many, 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 many top leaders that miss their bonuses. Yep, Aaron Aponte did not hit his bonus. He hit the millionaire this year, and I think it's his 4th year in. You think he's like, oh, shucks, I put in 4 years of work. No, he's like, hot damn, I put in 4 years of work, and now I'm standing up here with the Millionaire's Award. He's not regretting it. Yes. And so make that your I am statement. If your mindset is focused on bonuses, make that your I am statement. You're not in this for bonuses. Bonuses go away. Bonuses don't matter. This is about residual income. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on these comments. Yes, it is not about quick money. Okay, so you were asking about customer and promoter retention. My mindset on this is that it's a part of this industry that people are going to come and people are going to go. There are going to be people that stick with you, that are here for a week, a month, a year. Some will go, some will come back. And I don't spend my time trying to hang on to people, right? Because that's exhausting, and I'm not in the business of that. I'm in the business of showing up and running for whoever is right here, right? And does that person change sometimes? Absolutely. Do they fall off? Yes. But I'm not trying to find the one that signed up and sat down and never wanted to do anything, or, the customer that didn't place the value on the products, or maybe didn't take the lifestyle seriously, or maybe fell off. So I do, of course, like with my customers, I follow up, I make sure they're okay. But if they don't want to order again, okay. You know what I mean? You go and you find new people. You do not waste your time trying to pick up everybody that's fallen off. You show up for who is there with you, and you keep reaching more people. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So maybe we do have a lot of newbies on here. Guys, bonuses is not why we are in this business. Residual income is income that pays you for years and years and years. You know what I mean? So literally, if I took this phone and I turned it off, and I took this laptop and I shut it, and I didn't work a single day, this business, what I have already built in just a year and a half, would pay me for years. I would get a paycheck every single Tuesday without doing anything. I would never do that. I love my job way too much to ever do that. And I respect y'all way too much to ever do that. But that is what the idea of residual income is, right? So in a couple years, right? Well, I don't want it to be a couple years. I want it to be really soon. But let's say when I do get pregnant, right? And I'm having a baby, residual income means that if I need that week and a half, right? And I need to put my phone down after I've had my kid, I can do that. Right? It means that if I want to take a vacation, I can put my phone down because I worked hard for years to build up to this. It means that if you need to take a break, you can do that. But this is your grind time. This is where you are laying the foundation for that income that pays you 10, 20 years down the road, that keeps paying you. So this is not about a bonus whatsoever. Yes, they are awesome. They're great to fight for. They're great incentives. And we will absolutely run holy heck towards any bonus that we can earn for you to help you to create financial freedom for your family. But true financial freedom is residual income. And it is the groundwork that you're doing every day, the IPs that you're doing every day, that one customer, that one promoter that you work with as you keep going over and over and over. That's what you're in this for, right? It's not a one-time bonus. This is something that I want paying you in 5 years, not just a bonus. Okay, so if you are saying that you've had no customers order from you since October, that's where I'm saying you have to look in the mirror sometimes and do a self-check of, what am I doing for my bonus, right? If I asked you, hey, since October, every single day, have you put intentional effort into your business? Have you grown, right? Have you up-leveled? Have you shown up? Have you shared your story, right? Sometimes it's probably going to be no, right? And that's just where you have to get honest with yourself. You have to ask yourself, what is the missing factor? Is it my effort, right? Is my effort compounding, or am I falling off here and there? Am I not showing up every day? Am I truly putting intentional time into this business? You have to get real with yourself, right? Are you growing your network? Are you bringing new eyes in front of you? Are you growing and letting your audience see that? Are you sharing your story with the products? What is your story with the products, right? What are your wins with the products? Have you dug deep into that? Because I hadn't up until January, right? I had to get real and say, okay, yeah, awesome. I stopped drinking coffee, but my story with these products is deeper than that. It is more than that. So that's when you have to look in the mirror and say, what is this missing piece here, right? What do I need to get real and accountable with myself on, and say, what do I need to change in my business? Okay. Okay. Do we have any last questions? I feel like I've been talking for forever. Hold on. Yes. I want you to all write that on the mirror. I am not in this for a bonus. I am in this for financial freedom. I'm not in this for a bonus. Okay. All right. Well, I think that is it. I hope that this was helpful. I want you guys to get so pumped up. I want you to go into this with your fire lit. And that is what is going to determine your business, is your mindset, right? So all these frustrations, all this, oh, I haven't signed people, I didn't hit my bonuses. I want you to literally, when you get off this Zoom, I want you to get up and I want you to shake it all off. I'm not going to do that because my arms are going to shake and then I'm going to get real uncomfortable. And shake it off, right? And say, I am releasing all of this. I am not bringing this in. I have pure excitement over what this month is going to do, right? I am going to get uncomfortable this month. I am going to grow, okay? I am going to smash Thrive Skin. I am going to have amazing results, right? I'm going to connect with my social media. Whatever you need to tell yourself, you determine the path of this month, right? So get excited, be on fire. And that is the energy that people are going to absorb, that your team is going to absorb, that your social media, your customers, your potentials, everybody, it starts within you. So take tonight to check that and say, what do I need to release tonight? What am I going to hold myself accountable and get uncomfortable with this month? What areas do I need to grow in? Yes, affirmations, affirmations, affirmations. I still do that. Literally, that's what I did today. I opened up my calendar to May and I wrote them all down on the side. Little bullet points of all the affirmations I have for this month. So every single morning I can hop on there and look at that. So I hope that this was helpful, guys. I just wanted to pour into you for a little bit. Get excited. Thrive Skin is going to blow up. I cannot wait until we get those pretty white boxes in the mail. I am pumped. And we're going to have even more promotions than ever this month. So I love you guys. I hope that you have an incredible night. Like I said, shake it off, get excited, write down your I am statements, and get uncomfortable this month. I love you guys. Bye.